Hey guys, it's Megan, and today we are going to take a tour of the backyard. So, here we go. It is June 17th, 18th? Who the heck knows? And finally the weather's been holding up. And we have a lot going on this year because, I will be moving next year. So I've had to dig up a lot of my plants and revamp the backyard. So let's get to it. So here we go. So we fixed the gate. You see, the gate is much smaller than my last video. We put up fencing there, and we have the smaller gate, and we did that so we can add more planter boxes. So I have some stuff growing up here. I have some stuff growing down there. This is all garbage. This all has to go. I have potatoes growing there. These stairs are gonna get redone this year. The whole outside of this pantry is gonna get redone. Because I'm selling the house and I'm leaving. I'm gonna take those two sheds down. This is leftover wood from building my brand new chicken coop. If you guys remember, the old chicken coop was here, and if I have it, I'll put a little snip of a video that I have of the old chicken coop. It was here. We took that down because we got 3 hens, which I will show you. But first, let's see what's growing on. So we have some squashes here, and my hope is that they'll climb along this fence and crawl down, and by the time they're that high, I would be able to pick them. This is a new planter box that I built with some scraps from taking down a box in the back of the yard because we put a chicken coop back there now. We have, what is this? This is Greek oregano. We have eggplant here. I'm germinating some snow peas. This bed is completely peppers and lettuce. See actually that's not lettuce, that's Swiss chard. So Swiss chard. See it there? It's really happy since I put it in there. We actually have some peppers. There we go. Look, there goes a pepper. There goes one right there. We have lavender here. And these blackberry bushes, this one and this one, I dug up from that side of the yard. They were in there and I dug them out, but we'll go to that side in a minute. Here we have some strawberries. We have a brand new tree, a gala apple tree, a dwarf red delicious, and these trees are brand new. These trees won't give for another year or two, and I just purchased these online at Amazon, and they came, and I didn't think much of them, but they are very pretty. They were half the size, and there was no leaves on the stick, but they branched out really nicely. Here we have some Armenian cucumbers. I walked to the train station and I see these spiky cucumbers along a fence, and I asked the guy growing them what they were, and he said they were Armenian cucumbers. So I'm trying to grow them. Here's some more strawberries. Here are volunteer tomato plants. Now, I plan to just leave these growing over, and they'll grow and hang down. I germinated tomato plants this year. as I do every year. And every year I notice that they come up by themselves, completely by themselves. And I have them everywhere. Here they go again. These are them. And the white dust is from azomite that I sprinkled. And here we have some beans, green beans. And I think I see a couple coming in. I have to water tonight, but there they go. Some green beans. And these are what is that? Sweet potato. So I have sweet potato in here. I have some green beans. I have some volunteer tomato plants. Either the tomato plant will get enough energy and continue to grow, or it'll die back because the oh, there goes a bean. There goes some beans. Because the potato will take their energy. This is where I have my tomato plants. So I have various tomato plants. Again, this year when I germinated, I didn't label anything, so you see tomato plants with a question mark there, not sure what type. I know these are sweet 100s because that was the only thing with the label. And these are white cherries. And again, don't know what these are. These are cream sausage. They're like a beige tomato. I don't know. Oh, this one actually was a volunteer that I dug up and put there, and I thought it was going to drop dead, and it did really well. And we have one lone Brussels sprout. I'm going to try Brussels sprouts this year. So here is the new home of the chickens. We built this chicken coop, and the house now is 6 feet by 5 feet by 6 feet. And they have a bumped out nesting box this time, because in the old coop, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'll put a little skit of a video that I did of it. The nesting box was inside the house, and it just took up a lot of space. The birds were making a mess, and so on and so forth. We have some, and the cage is 8 feet by 7 feet, I think. I'll check that later. Now, this wire gauge, this gauge wire here that we used, we couldn't figure out a way. I mean, I had stapled it before, and it just comes apart. So I found some of these discs at Home Depot, and what I did was I found screws that went in the middle hole, and that's what we used. I mean, and it was so cheap. The discs were like $2 for a pack of 100, and the screws, they're like 20 bucks. So I mean, we did the whole cage, everything, see? And they seem to hold a lot better. These are my 3 new chicks, the black and whites. And these are my old hens. And they are producing eggs every day, 4 eggs a day. These ladies aren't ready for egg production, but they will be soon. Let me give you a little tour. Here's the door to the bird cage. And in another video, I'll give you the video of the inside. Right now, I'm just doing the garden. Let's see. Oh, we got some eggs. See, they're using the nesting boxes. They're nice and clean. Okay, so we used to have a planter box that went all the way across, and with the planter boxes in the back, but we built the cage, and we're not really done. We had to lock up the cage because we had a lot of yard work and inside work to do, but this is going to be expanded the full length of the fence. That would give them another 5 feet of space, because I know that is enough space for 7 birds, but I don't know. We used to have them free ranging, and we stopped that because they decimated my garden and I couldn't grow anything. Here are just some old plants that I dug up, and mostly weeds. I have to take this out. I was trying to save some of these plants that I bought at Home Depot. They came and I planted them, and they just didn't grow anything. There goes another volunteer tomato. So I'm gonna open this cage tomorrow and dig in there and see what's growing on. Here we go. This is a pear tree from last year. Let me see. I don't even think it's a pear tree. Well, the sign fell off. I don't know what it is. But it is a tree from last year, and I hope I get some kind of fruit or flowers this year. We'll see. I still, of course, have my blackberry, and if you see, we got some little blackberries ready. And I built this monstrosity around it because I couldn't get any, the birds to stop eating my blackberries. So this was for the finches in the neighborhood. This wasn't for my chickens, because my chickens, they decimated everything below the fruit line because they can't really reach up high. But the plants are coming back really nice. This is my cherry tree that we had last year. This is a fruit cocktail tree. It's supposed to give pears, peaches, and apricots, I think. Here is another tree. Again, not sure what type of tree this is. These are raspberries in a pot. Excuse the mess, but we are trying to reorganize the yard. I'll give you another look when the yard is completely reorganized. This is a newer one, and of course I didn't tag it. I believe it is also an apple or a pear. I don't know. These are more raspberries, and here we have let me see, I tagged it, a Fuji, dwarf Fuji. And this one and the two apples came on the same day, and it was a trio for like $39. You can't beat that. Now they're doing really well, but I'm hoping that in a year or two they'll give me something. Right now they're working on their leaves, and this one always looks kind of sickly, but it's growing new leaves, so I'm not concerned. Down here with the fruit cocktail tree, I have some kale in the front and some let me see what this is, some collards in the back, and they're coming in really nice. Here we have another cherry tree growing, and I think I have a video of the whole bottom stripped of their leaves, and that was my birds. I had to cage them because of that. Here is the grapevine. I'll tell you, we keep trying to kill this thing. It won't die. And here we have some corn. We have some, what is it? Oop, focus. Oxycan green, Cully black, and Mandan bride corn. So that whole section there is just corn. Now, in this section here where we have the gate, we're going to do the same thing as the box over there. We're going to build a planter box across here. We're going to clean all this out, and I'll give you a video of that when it's done. I'm going to clean all this out, and we're going to close the rest of this out because we're going to dismantle the shed. It's going to be really hard to show a house with a shed that big in the backyard. And we have to clean up a few other things. The garbage cans are going to be relocated to this spot. The basement hatch, I was going to get it replaced, but I think I'm just going to paint it. I don't want to put too much more money into this house since I'm selling it. And you guys get to come with me to see some properties. So I'll discuss that in another video. I hope you like the garden and the new chicken coop and what's growing in my yard. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and press the like button. If you want to continue to catch up on what's going on in my yard, go ahead and subscribe. Until my next video, bye everyone.